welcome back to my channel. I'm Becky, and if you're new here then welcome, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And in today's video we are going to be making sweet treats. So I've got 10 different items for you, all Halloween, all spooky themed. So without further ado, grab yourself a drink and let's get on with this video. Okay, so got my iced matcha latte. It's lovely and spooky green colour in my reusable cup. Wearing my squirrel t-shirt because it is autumn and we all know that we see loads more squirrels around about now. So I'm in the zone, I'm ready to make some spooky treats. Also, I will just say, all the things that I'm going to be doing today don't require any baking. They are easy to make, they are mess-free, relatively mess-free anyway, depending on how kind of messy you are. So they're going to be perfect things to do with your kids, perfect things if you get the girls over and you want to make some different items with some drinks. They're going to be super quick, super easy, and just great things to make for different Halloween parties, or if you want to create like a little grazing board with different Halloween treats on. Now for this one, we're going to be making spider webs. So I'm really excited for this. So you're going to want greaseproof paper, your matchsticks, tangy tarantulas, melted chocolate. Now you can use stick pretzels, but they're quite hard to come by in the UK. I think the Co-op do them, but I couldn't find any, so I thought I'd improvise, and I got the Quality Street Honeycomb Matchmakers. I picked these up in B&M. And they do loads of different flavours, so you can make them any flavour you want. So you're going to want 1, 2, I think 6 of those maybe. Now you don't have to have this, but I thought it's going to look really cool. I picked these tangy tarantula sweets up from B&M because I want them obviously to be edible, so you can put little plastic spiders on. But then, obviously, if you have a kid picking it up and going to eat it and then they're chewing on plastic, that's not going to be ideal. So I thought you could add these little fake tarantulas on as well. I'll show you what these look like up close. So what I'm going to do is lay my first matchstick, so it's vertical. Then, because I don't want to have them overlapping, I'm just going to snap this in half. Try and make it as even as possible because you want your spider web to be quite even and symmetrical. I'm going to place that just so it forms like a plus shape like that, so it should end up looking like this. Now I'm going to finish breaking all these other ones in half and just place them around the centre. Again, making sure they're all nice and even. Right, so I've got this little star formation now, so you can see what that looks like, and then I'm going to get a dollop of white chocolate, or I might just pipe it so it looks a bit neater actually, and I want to seal all these that I've broken together so the web holds. So I'm just going to spiral around them, like so, and then all you're going to do is literally make your spider web design. So I generally, spider webs like loop like that, they're not straight lines. So if you can see what I'm doing here, just going to start off small and bend it in. You're just going to go round until you reach the outer edge. So I'll show you what it looks like so you can copy it. Guys, if I start going like redder during this video, it's because it's currently 28 degrees in my kitchen. Right, so I've got my little spider web design there. I'm going to get, I think, a little green spider, and I'm going to position him as if he's going into his little home, his little web. Put some white chocolate on the back of him, and then a bit closer so he can sit on some of the chocolate matchsticks. Position him going into his little web, like that. Can you see that? I'll show you up close, and again, this is going to go in the freezer. So as you can see, that was super easy to make, and you can make it with a range of different chocolates. So you can do white, milk, dark. I recommend milk and dark if you are wanting to lay out, just because it's going to set better. Right, and while that's setting, I'll just move these ones away. Oh, they're really nice. I don't think I've ever had these honeycomb ones before. You can definitely taste it. Oh wow. And you know what they'd be so good for as well? Bonfire night. Because they've got like that flavour that you say to make with bonfire night, like cinnamon toffee, which is like honeycomb. Get some of those, they're so yummy. I think they're my favourite flavour. I really like the gingerbread ones and the orange ones as well, but yeah, they are so good. Okay, so sidetracked by chocolate, aren't we all? Okay, so while I've got my white chocolate in this piping bag, I'll just double check. I don't think I'm going to need it thinner for anything else. Done spiderwebs, Oreo mummies. I have to write everything out on my list before I start my video because I never remember everything and then I'd miss something off. Yeah, so we don't need the thin nozzle anymore. So what I'm going to do is just squeeze the end and push some of the chocolate back, like that. And I'm just going to trim it so it's a bit thicker. And then you're going to want to keep this white chocolate in here because now we're going to make some mummy brownies. And again, super easy to make. So these are some brownies that I did actually already make. But if you didn't want to bake anything, you can pre-buy brownies like this now. I think Morrison's sell like 4 packs of brownies. They have like loaded ones as well, but I think you can just get some plain ones. Really simple. If you lay them all out so they're close to each other, all I'm going to do is open my new eyes because I want some different expressions. So I'm going to position my little eyes on my brownies where I want them. And they're going to be angry mummies because they're upset that you've awoken them from their slumber. Which is a bit like Woody in the morning. Although he's sleeping now, which is quite good because at least he's not barking. So I've just stuck my eyes on my brownies like that. Didn't need any chocolate to stick those on because the tops of the brownies are quite gooey. And then, just like we did with the Oreos, I'll just put a bit more in because I don't want to run out as I'm piping. Make sure you clip the bottom of the icing bag before you put any chocolate in because otherwise the existing chocolate will run out. Just like we did with the Oreo mummies, we're just going to go across like this. Now if you put the brownies quite close together, you can literally just do it all in one go, like that. Now it is going to come out a lot faster because obviously you've cut a bigger hole in it. I'm just going to go over where these eyes are, but already you can see how they're forming, super quick. Obviously if you are making the brownies, it's going to take a bit longer. But as you can tell from all the different ideas I've done today, they're really quick and easy to make. Because if you are doing a big party for people, you're going to have a lot going on. So something like this, especially if you have got kids, it keeps them busy as well. You can set them doing this. Ooh, I didn't pinch the bottom of my bag, guys. What have I just told you all to do? I don't think it's gone on me. That's fine. Honestly, I need to listen to my own advice. Yeah, so I'm just going to go over the eyes. I will show you at the end as well once I've put them all on a tray, but for now I'll just put these in the fridge to set. Right, okay guys, so while you've still got your white chocolate left over melted, I'm just going to squeeze the rest of what was in the icing piping bag back into the tub, because now we're going to make some little squares bar monsters. So what I'm going to do is in here, I'm just going to add a bit of food colouring. So you can make multiple colours of these, but just to show you with one, I'm going to open my squares bar. And again, you can have these flat, you can put them, you can put them on some lollipop sticks. I think I want like a little blue monster. In one of my dishes, I'm going to mix in a bit of blue. This is just some gel Dr. Oetker food colouring. You can pick this up from any supermarket. Just add a little bit to begin with, because once you start stirring it, like I've literally put in that tiny little drop. Once you start stirring it, it actually has quite a big effect. And I think I want to go for some pastel colours instead of like really bright. Now you can do orange and purple. That would probably fit in really well with your Halloween theme. But I'm just using the colours that I've already got in. So I could actually make purple because I've got blue and red. I'll do that actually. Just mix in. You only need like the tiniest amount. It honestly goes so far. It's gone a bit swamp colour-ish, but that's fine because I just want to show you quickly what this looks like. So you can either, if you've got a big enough bowl of melted chocolate, you can dunk it, or all I'm going to do is just literally drizzle it on. So you only want it on half of the bar. You can cover the whole bar, but I quite like the effect so you can actually see what it is. And then lay that on my greaseproof paper. Just do a bit more here. And then, you guessed it, in true form, we're going to go in with some big googly eyes. And then, we're just going to place them. Actually, I'm going to add in a little eye as well. Oh no, that looks like a nose. I don't like that. Just pop that to one side. So we've got our little, right, so there we've got our little squares bar monsters, and that was literally white chocolate, squares bars and googly eyes. Oh, and a bit of food colouring. Really easy to make, really effective. Obviously you can make it any colour you want. You can pick up a range of colours in supermarkets. So you can probably make them look a little bit brighter than what I have. They look a bit sad, to be honest. But I was just using what I had in. So yeah, so we've made those. I'll show you what they look like. Right guys, so moving on, we are going to make some dunked marshmallow lollies. So what you're going to want for these is some big marshmallows. I just got these Haribo Charmello ones because they were just the ones that were available. In fact, it even shows you how to make some on the back. And I just want the white ones for this. You want some little cake stick lollies, or you can use like some wooden skewers like these, but I'm going to use these because I think they look a bit cuter, they're a bit dinkier. You're going to want some melted chocolate, so I've got some melted dark chocolate here. And then you're just going to want some Halloween themed sprinkles. You'll be able to pick these up from quite a lot of supermarkets around Halloween time. I got these from B&M, I think they were 89p each. I'll show you what they look like up close, but they've just got in some little orange, black, green and purple sprinkles. Then there's like ghosts, pumpkins, skull and crossbones. So what we're going to do is get our little stick, dunk it in a bit of chocolate, because that's just going to help it stick in the marshmallow. And then in the middle of the bottom of the marshmallow, we're just going to twist that in like that. You don't want it popping out of the other end. I'm going to do that for all three that I've got here. I've just got 3 to show you, but you can obviously make as many as you want. Like that. So I've got my 3 marshmallow sticks. I'm just going to open my sprinkles. There are. Normally there's like a peel down the side. This is so much easier because it takes me forever to open them. That is the easiest I've ever been able to open a thing of sprinkles. Can all of the sprinkle companies please copy this so it's not a pull down the side, it's just a pull around the top? Unless they are all like that and I've just been doing it wrong. God knows. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to pour out a few of the sprinkles that I want. So I'm going to go with some orange. I've just got these little jars that I'm putting them in. So these are just from empty goo puddings. I'm going to go with some green and a bit of purple. Ooh. Mix them all together. Might just pop in, in fact no, I won't put in any more orange because I'll add a little pumpkin onto one of them. So, you want some greaseproof paper on a plate, and then I'm just going to move my spoon out of the way. All I'm going to do is just dunk the top part of the marshmallow in my chocolate like this, and just move it round. Shake off the excess because you don't want loads going into your sprinkles because you're going to end up congealing your sprinkles, so I might just actually just scrape it off on the side. Not too much because we obviously want there to be a good amount left on the marshmallow. I'm making a right mess of this. So I've got my dunked marshmallow in my sprinkles, just going to literally go round the side, get a good coating on it, like that. And then, just resting it on my greaseproof paper, I'm going to get one of these little pumpkins. Now it is going to end up being stood up like that, so I'm going to look at it as if it is that way. I'm just going to stick a little pumpkin on it like that. So I'm going to do the same with the rest of them. But yeah, super easy to make, and I just know they're going to be really yummy and really nice and bright and colourful as well. So like I said, we'll pop those in the freezer and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, next we are going to make, that was quite a big slab, sorry. Next we are going to make a melted chocolate slab. So have you ever seen on like TikToks, or there's like different companies and they make like chocolate slabs with loads of different stuff in. So I think personally they look lovely. I love making different themed ones for different times of the year. So I thought, why not, let's make a Halloween one. So what we're going to do, you're going to need some milk chocolate or whatever chocolate base you want. I'm working with milk just because it's going to set better than if it was white chocolate. I am a big fan of sweet and salty, so I've got some pretzels because as well I feel like they could, with a bit of imagination and a bit of squinting, look like a little skull. So I've got some pretzels to put on there as well. And then I've also got, because I quite like the texture of having sweets on my chocolate, I'm a big fan of the Cadbury's Marvellous Creations bar. So what I have got is the different sweets that I picked up from B&M. So I've got these gummy eyeballs. I've got these sour bones to put on. I've got these gummy brains, which look really cool. And then I also have these white chocolate strawberries and cream flavoured skulls. So in a bag like this, and I think all these were 89p. I think the skulls were £1, and all these were from B&M. And that's what I'll oh my god, they smell just like the Lindor strawberries and cream chocolates. I'll show you what these look like up close. Also, no, I don't have dirty nails, that is just the melted chocolate from before. So just to put that out there. And then you're also going to want some baking paper or greaseproof paper and just a chopping board as well, just so you've got something to rest it on to transfer it to the fridge and freezer afterwards. And then also I'll probably go in with a bit of my Halloween sprinkles as well, which I picked up from B&M. So I'm going to melt this chocolate and I'll come back, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to spread it all over here. So you want a good size of greaseproof paper. Right, so I've got my melted chocolate here. Guys, if I could just sit and eat this. I've got the marshmallows next to me as well, and I could just dunk them in and eat it. But I'm not. I'm going to show you how to make this. So I'm just going to pour it, a big blob, onto my greaseproof paper. So I've used a whole bar of milk chocolate here. You can obviously use your favourite chocolate. So if you wanted it to taste a bit nicer, you don't have to use cooking chocolate. You could melt up some dairy milk, melt up some Galaxy. I wouldn't recommend melting anything with any bits in, so like a fruit and nut, or like with any crunchy bits in. I'd just purely melt plain chocolate. You don't want it to be too thin, but you don't want it to be too thick at the same time, because you'll never break into it. And I'm just trying to get it in a nice even layer. Now you can make it into a weird shape, so you can do like little splats coming out of it. And just be careful not to make the end bits too thin, because obviously as you're lifting that off it might break. So I'm just gonna do a weird little shape. I don't want it to be too uniform. Pull that off there, get a bit of thickness on that bit. Now I did actually get my spatula to spread this out, but the spoon is doing just as good a job. I'm going to try and get it smooth. Now obviously milk chocolate is going to start setting as you're working with it faster than white chocolate, so you want to move quite quickly. So once you've got all the chocolate done in a design that you want to work quite fast while it's still melted to make sure everything sticks to it. Now this doesn't have to be an art form, because it's going to look quite mismatched anyway. You can literally put whatever you want on it to make it look how you want. So I'm going to start off by going in with some pretzels. Oh, Woody's just doing the biggest yawn and stretch. Bless him. So I'm just going to stick those and press them in. It doesn't really matter where they're going to go. Again, we don't want it too uniform looking. So I've got 3 of those on there. Now obviously this isn't a huge slab, so I'm going to be careful as I'm putting bits on to begin with, because I don't want to overload it with one item and then not have space for the other bits that I want to put in. So I definitely know I want to get some of these skulls on it. So I'm going to place those. Oh no! Oh no, casualty. Oh, that's good. You have to taste test before you put things on, because otherwise, how do you know if it'll taste nice? How do you know if people will like it? That's the lies I tell myself anyway. Right, so I've got those on. I'm gonna go in. What do I want to go in with next? I'm gonna go in with some eyeballs, I reckon. Put some eyeballs on it. Yeah. Get an eyeball also. Oh my god. Paying. Got some eyeballs in there. I'm gonna go in with some bones. Like that. Get a brain in there as well. Oh no, I think I'm gonna go in with a tarantula. Okay, I like how this is coming along. Should I put some eyes on it? Will that look cool? Literally guys, if you can't tell, I'm just making this up as I go along. Oh, I'm gonna put eyes in the pretzels. I like that idea. Right, I still have a little bit of chocolate on the side here, so I'm just gonna dunk the back of the eye. Yes! You see, this is what I really like about crafting. I know this isn't crafting, this is kind of like baking and whatnot. But you're just like constantly thinking, oh, what can I do? Now when something comes like that, it seems so simple, but you wouldn't have really thought of it until you started doing it. I don't know whether I'm just weird, but I get little bits of excitement out of that. So. And I just think now these little pretzels look like little monsters. I'm gonna put those eyes on there. Oh, I love this. I'm having so much fun. Oh no, that's a bit too big. I got a bit carried away there. Take that off. Get rid of my small eyes. Yeah, I love that. That looks fantastic. Right. What do I want in that gap? I feel like I need something bright. Maybe a brain. I don't have any other brains on there though. I might go in with a spider. Go in with a spider? Yeah. Nice. Okay. What else? What else do I want to go in with? Maybe some sprinkles. So I've got some leftover sprinkles from my dunked marshmallows. And then don't get too carried away with this. Just gradually go in. I think I'm just going to focus mainly on like the outside ends, because I want to say less is more, but quite frankly I've just shoved literally everything onto this, so I don't think that's the case. I'm like salt baying my chocolate. Right guys, and then you've got it, your spooky Halloween chocolate slab. I'll show you what this looks like up close, and I will freeze it as well. Okay guys, that's been a bit of a whirlwind stop tour along all the different sweet treats you can make for Halloween. I hope it's given you some great and easy ideas that are also budget friendly for you to make for any Halloween parties or get-togethers. It's something that you can do with the girls, it's something you can do with the kids, super fast. As you can see, I've made quite a few there in a short amount of time. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're going to find some inspiration from it. There is going to be a part 2 of the video where I'll be making healthier treats just to balance out a bit of the sugar that we've made today. So I hope you join me for that video. And if you've made it this far, comment down below the pumpkin emoji. And I hope to see you at the next one. Thanks guys, bye!